Welcome back everyone to the common H game scenes, well, the common things in the H game scene. I previously talked about why games get abandoned and I was able to suggest some solutions. Roadmap, communication, and play your game at least once. One more thing I forgot to say was don't give up. Now let's talk about the main thing, which is the amount of DAS 3D / RPG Maker games. Like, sweet Jesus, that's a lot of them. But here's the thing, it's not just DAS 3D that's the trend. Also, Koikatsu Party and Honey Select are also in the thing as well. So I went on F95 and counted them. There's currently about 78 pages of 3D.
Slight correction, the amount of pages are actually 87. He went to check on F95 again, so slight mistake on his part.
RPG Maker and renpy games, all of them non-abandoned. So there's currently about 30 games in each page, and every 15 or so games are about DAS 3D. Second place is Koikatsu, and dead last is Honey Select. So what the hell does that mean? Well, I'm not gonna do the math because, well, I don't have the time for that shit. However, if you do want to do the math, I'll happily pin your comment below. So, much like with my previous videos, I have a few ideas on why this is so prevalent. The two reasons, well, they're new and they're way in too deep. So, I decided to go on Future Fragments and Dammit World's Discord server to give their opinions on why that is. And however, both of them kind of said the similar things that I was saying. It was more or less just due to the fact that point number one, they're completely new. So let's get right into the first point. So they're new. In the previous videos, they probably saw games like Being a Dick, My Sister Mia, or Superhero Suck, or they always want to make an H game of their own, but they don't have the artistic abilities to make good CGs. So they pick up renpy, DAS 3D, and all the are at least cheap to completely free. So the barrier is kind of low to entry, opposed to paying a monthly fee. And there's also a bunch of plugins for each engine to, well, make each job easier. And you don't have to do any kind of proper modding, unlike the previously mentioned Koikatsu Party and Honey Select. It's all pretty much there. Now, here's the thing. Number one, games like My Sister Mia and the rest are made up of at least teams of at least 5 or maybe 10 people. And two, there's also the risk of, in our scene, is, oh, another DAS 3D renpy RPG Maker game. Throw it in the pile. Throw it in the pile, I guess. Because I really hate saying this, but if you played these kinds of games, you pretty much played them all. The MC is in school or whatever, and it's planning to make and indirectly has some harem and a bunch of cringe-inducing sex scenes. So ultimately just being labeled as plain old shovelware. Now, the next possibility. Number two, you're in too deep. What the hell do I mean by this, you may ask me? Well, let's just say you're on 0.6.1 of your game. Currently, you have a good amount of the story done, but you're no longer visually satisfied because these were kind of meant as a bit of a placeholder until you at least hired a proper artist. However, you can't because A, it'll take a good amount of time to redo all the stuff, and B, well, the amount of process you already have. So, and keep in mind, time is a valuable treasure. So you have to think. Now, you could go with one of either ways. One, just outright finishing the game sooner than later to hopefully move on to a bigger and better project. Or two, you can cancel the game. However, this will not only waste months, maybe years of your time, but also pissing off your audience. So you pretty much are stuck with plan A. Just finish the game. Now, let's take a break from renpy or RPG Maker games from these, because keep in mind, sometimes loot games can have less than stellar graphics, but can still be fun to play. For example, Castle Evil. The game's graphics are, well, less than impressive. In fact, it's pretty much all NES style stuff. However, the game is still rather fun to play. I can see people coming back to this game just for a good old time. Hell, even some RPG Maker and renpy games can be like that. If you're willing to put in the effort and push past the title of shovelware, hopefully you can make something great and you can one day ditch the DAS 3D wave to make something nice. But I think we're just about done here for this little discussion piece. I hope I can make more of these. Until then everyone, good night and good luck.
If you enjoyed this video and wish to see more of Overlord content, please like, comment, subscribe, and the bell for both uploads and community post. Also follow him on social media such as Twitter and Pixiv.